Essentially, if you were to summarise my content, it's about helping you guys set yourselves up for the kind of future you want to have. Making sure that year 11 and 12 leads you into the destiny that you choose. A lot of people in our world mistakenly think that the way in life in which you get where you want to go and have what you want to have is by, first of all, having some talent and then getting the opportunity to use it. People think that if somehow you can marry talent to opportunity, life works out. Guys, nothing could be further from the truth. Right now, back at Ormiston, just like all over Australia, there are thousands of adults, my age and slightly younger, who've got enormous talent, who've had the best luck, whose lives suck. Right now, also in Ormiston, just like all over Australia, there are tens of thousands of adults, perhaps like some of your parents, who've got very ordinary talent, who've had some really bad luck, who have generated the most amazing lives you can possibly imagine. Guys, the one theme I'll return to over and over again in the next 2 days is the number one thing most likely to stand in the way of your progress, of you becoming the person you want to be, getting the places you want to go, is not lack of talent, and it's never lack of opportunity. The number one thing that stands in people's way is wrong assumptions. People assume some things be true that aren't and other things be not true that are. And because people make wrong assumptions, they make poor choices that lead to negative outcomes. I'll illustrate it this way. If you're normal Australian kids, it means that between the age of around 3 and around 8, maybe 7, you had a very clear notion of your intended career. You want to be a ballerina, a professional footballer, an ambulance driver, an aircraft pilot. You wanted to be something like that. And then around 8, you stop thinking about it. Most kids in Australia, between about 8 and 13, you just play. Year 8, you're too shy to think about anything. Year 9, you're just too stupid. And suddenly year 10 came along. And in term 4, year 10, for the first time in 8 years, you had to seriously again think about your career destination. Why did you have to think about that in term 4 last year? Maybe term 3 in Ormiston, I'm not sure which term you do it in. Yes, exactly, subject selections. So, subject selection time came along. Was it term 3 or term 4? Term 2, okay. Term 2. Subject selection came along. And you thought, okay, what do I really want to do? I know, all I want to really be is a pharmacist. Work in a chemist shop, little white coat, up the back, in amongst the drugs. That was your dream. And you found out that to do pharmacy at UQ, you need an OP of 1. To do pharmacy at any university in Australia, you need to successfully complete at high school chemistry, physics and advanced maths. And you thought, OP1? You've got to be joking. I'll be lucky to get single digit OP. And chemistry's so hard. And the physics teacher was so boring. And none of my friends are going to do that maths. And besides, I want to enjoy year 11 and 12. Those subjects have so much homework. Forget it. I'm not going to do pharmacy. So you chose something easy like sewing. And instead of picking really hard, demanding subjects like chemistry and physics and advanced maths for year 11 and 12, you chose really easy, flaky subjects with no work, like art and drama and veggie maths, maths for dummies. It's all right, I'll fix myself with those I've offended in a moment. And it's all right, I'll fix it in a minute. And year 11, I'll fix it. Year 11 kicked off, and you rocked up at Ormiston there on bookshop day. And there in front of you in the line was the kid picking up the chemistry textbook, this fact for semester 1. The physics textbook like this with the hard covers and the back third full of green or pink pages full of formulae to memorise. And the maths calculator, the graphics one, with 116,000 buttons on it. For drama, you picked up your book of facial expressions, happy, sad. For art, your cartridge paper and crayons. And for maths, I will fix it in a minute. And for maths, a shopping list. And year 11 is now kicked off. Where are we now? Oh, we've had term 1 already gone. So over term 1, all of the assignments and homework start to arrive. Now, the chemistry kids, you haven't got this yet, but maybe later this year, you'll get your extended experimental investigation. Spend 8 weeks researching and writing 4,000 words, and our poo flows through the poo farm. And the physics people, we spend hours every night memorising formulae. And the maths people, all those hours solving those complex equations, 46 lines full of F's and X's, little 2's and 3's and stuff. For drama homework, you spend time visualising you're a tree. I am an ice block, melting. For art, you'll draw a picture of a cat. And for maths, you'll go shopping. But what's happened, and here I hope I rescue myself, so you're listening now. What's happened is you found during term one of year 11 that art and drama and even veggie maths are not flaky subjects at all. In fact, they're really hard, demanding, academically rigorous subjects. It's true. Much more rigorous than football. Okay. I'm a rugby boy. Okay, no. Okay. Yeah. Much more. And you'll find that you're really, really good at it. And already, your marks are fantastic. You'll find by the end of year 11, you're on track for an OP, maybe not a 1, because that's pretty rarefied atmosphere. But you're on track for a 4 or 5, maybe a 3. And you'll find the parts of maths and art and drama you're best at are the sciencey parts. And you'll kick off year 12, we'll have some speaker come and speak to you in Somerset Hall about university options at the end of year 12. And this person will say, sure, you do need an OP of 1 to do pharmacy at UQ. But if you go to USQ at Darling Downs, a great place to go and live and do university, you might get in with a 3. Go to James Cook University up in Cairns or Townsville, do pharmacy there, and swim with the fishes on the weekend, you might get in with a 4. Go to the University of New England in Armidale, another great place to go and live and go to university, you might get in with a 5. But because you haven't done the prerequisite subjects, even if you got a score that would get you in, you can't change. You can't do it because you've made wrong assumptions. Guys, I want to challenge your assumptions in my dark times with you.